You know, a lot of times Yugoslavia is overlooked or seen as a weaker power, but it's actually very strong. But when multiple German forces come together, or multiple Axis or forces on the same side come together, you can't defeat them. And that's what we'll be talking about, or Yugoslavia's strength in this episode of World War II in the Eyes of the Beholder. Let's get into it. Alright, so Yugoslavia has 33 divisions in the Royal Yugoslav Army, including 4 brigades of Royal Yugoslav Air Force with about 400 aircraft, of which only 120 are modern. Yugoslavia has a small navy with 4 destroyers, 4 submarines, and some river-working vessels. The planes and the boats I'll be talking more in depth later in this episode. That's just a brief overview. They also had a partly mobilized animal transport unit, with only 50 tanks to battle the Germans head-on. And besides that, they had some small range of AA guns, with models ranging from German, Italian, French, and British, and Yugoslav design. The VKJ, or the Royal Yugoslav Air Force, Google's definition of VKJ is the Royal Yugoslav Air Force, was formed in 1918 in the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, renamed the Kingdom of Yugoslavia in 1929, and existed until Yugoslavia surrendered to the Axis powers in 1941, following the invasion of Yugoslavia during World War II. The VKJ had a small air force, but ground support is also needed and is very helpful in a dogfight. Yugoslavia had 360 15 and 20 millimeter AA guns, and 540 World War I models, ranging from designs of all of the above: French, British, German, a bunch of different designs. Though some modernization had been occurring leading up to the invasion, Yugoslavia had 4,000 artillery batteries, most of which were horse-drawn, and around 1,700 more modern, and some 37 and 47 millimeter Czech-made anti-aircraft guns. Yugoslavia also possessed 1,600 modern 81 millimeter mortars and 1,700 mortars from the First World War. They also owned 220 and 305 millimeters mortars, numbering up to 25, and all of these weapons were made in other countries with different models, making it hard to replace parts, fix, get ammunition for, and teach how to use. Yugoslavia had very little movable forces, with only 3 cavalry and 6 mechanized battalions, 2 tank battalions with 110 each, and both had almost more numbers of World War I models, such as the Vitriolic 15, but some modern French 45 models and Vitriolic R35s were available. And in these battalions, they had a company of 8 Czech SID tank destroyers. They had trucks imported from the US before the invasion, numbering 1,000. When fully mobilized, Yugoslavia had 28 infantry divisions, 3 cavalry divisions, 35 smaller independent regiments consisting of some frontier and small alpine units, and 11 divisions already in their defensive positions. Even though Yugoslavia had suspicions of a German invasion and had only started mobilization on the 3rd, as to not provoke Hitler, every unit Yugoslavia had was only 70 to 90% full, making incomplete units at the start of the invasion. At the start of the invasion, Yugoslavia had 1,200,000 men. And that's like cooks, tank drivers. That's a wide range, not just soldiers, and a lot of them are ill-prepared. Back to the VKJ. They had around 2,000 pilots and only 460 frontline planes, most of which were the modern IK-3s and 130 Brigade 19s. They had 130 of the Brigade 19s, and some Puyots 63s, with other French, German, and British made and designed planes. These planes were organized into 22 bomber and 19 fighter squadrons. They also had around 400 trainer planes and auxiliary aircraft. And the Royal Yugoslav Navy had 75 planes in 8 squadrons, with a multitude of other plane models made by different countries. And besides bombers, Yugoslavia had some Lockheed 10s, a Spartan cruiser, and that was all they had for VVK transport. The Navy had an additional light cruiser, 1 large destroyer, 3 modern destroyers, 4 subs, 10 modern torpedo boats, and 6 medium torpedo boats, 6 mine layers, and 4 armored vessels that were pretty big, large armored vessels. And that is all for this week. If you would like to see my other videos, links are in the description below. This is the last boring episode, or the last episode where we talk about what people have. The next few episodes will be action-packed. The next episode actually drops on Thursday, so my next episode will drop on Thursday. The first one, the best one, it's gonna drop on Thursday, so be prepared for that. It's going to be really cool. This is going to be the start of Season 2. This is the last episode in Season 1. Season 2 is going to be full of action, everything in the invasion of Yugoslavia. If you guys, now this is something I really, really need you guys to pay attention to, or to speak up for. If you would like I've done in depth with the invasion of Yugoslavia, and Belgium, and Holland, and Luxembourg. But all the other invasions I have not done in depth in. So if you would like me to make other more in depth, or go back and fix those and make them more in depth, then comment below and I can try and make that happen for you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below if you have any other ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.